Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. It's been a little while. I've been on a new pain regimen, so the last couple weeks have been a little rough, but we are back today. I got all kinds of new makeup. We got a little bit of drugstore, a little bit of high-end. Yeah, some of these products I'm super excited to test. I have a beautiful eyeshadow palette that I cannot wait to dig in. So if you guys like this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done it already. Do all the things, and let's get into today's video. It's been a little rough the last couple weeks, to be honest with you guys, but I am here. I am back. Yes, I am back with the brown hair, y'all. The blonde just ain't for me. I am definitely more myself when I have the dark hair, so I think it looks much better. It doesn't look so yellow now in videos. But enough with that. Let's get into today's makeup. So I have a box here that I got from Sephora today. Some of these products I am super excited to dig into. Got some of the new e.l.f. Satin Foundation that we're going to try today. I cannot wait to try this. I have only tested these to make sure they were right colors for me, but other than that, I've not used them. So yeah, we're just gonna get into it. To start off, we are gonna like hydrate these lips a little bit, and I ended up getting the Physicians Formula Diamond Plumper glosses. This one is in Pink Radiant Cut. This is just like plain like silver sparkly gloss, and this is in the shade Diamond Marquee. And then this one that has this like little bit of like opally pink tone is actually called Light Pink Princess Cut. These are beautiful packaging as always. I feel like Physicians Formula packaging, I've always loved it. I have never tried these glosses before, but I have heard such good things about them. So when I was in Target, I was like, you know what, we're grabbing all three. I'm only going to be using the clear today just to kind of hydrate my lips a little bit while I'm doing the rest of the makeup. And it does say this is a plumper, so we'll see how, you know, plump it really makes the lips look. So we are going to use this today, and then I am actually going to swatch the other two of these for you just so you guys can see the color. I'm going to wipe off my lips just to make sure there's nothing on there. And you guys, this packaging is so pretty. It does have a little doe foot applicator. It's actually the more triangular one. It doesn't smell very good, to be honest with you. It actually kind of smells mildewy, so I don't know how I feel about that, if these are bad or what. But you know what, we're gonna try them. Okay, so they are definitely a little thicker consistency than I was expecting them to be. And I can already feel like the heat coming through. Okay. So it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's not like glittery, and you can't feel like the glitter on your lips, which I like. I do not like lip glosses that have glitter in it, and it just makes your mouth feel gritty. I hate that. So far this feels really nice. We are going to swatch the other two real quick because I want to see like really how pink this is. Typically I don't use glosses like this. They kind of, it looks very intimidating. This is a true pink gloss. It really doesn't have like the glittery specks as noticeable in it as the one that I have on my lips now. Same exact scent. This one, it might look different on my lips, but it is a clear gloss. You all really can't see that right there. You can see the little bit of the sparkle fleck coming through when the light hits it, but this is really just a clear gloss too. Right now, there is just barely that minty, like almost if you have toothpaste on your lips, that's kind of how it feels. It's not like overly tingling or burning or anything like that. I would say it's just a very mild minty lip gloss. So the palette that I'm going to be using today is going to be the Unearthly Cosmetics Spring Magic Palette. I have been wanting to jump into this so bad, but I really wanted to do it on a video. So yeah, look how beautiful she is. Like that packaging, so pretty. There is what the palette looks like. Like how beautiful is that color story? Like yeah, y'all, I'm just ready. I'm kind of in the mood to do like a blue eyeshadow look today. It's been a while since I've done a blue look, so yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And since I'm going to be doing a more bold look, I am going to be doing my eyeshadow before the rest of the complexion. So you already know I am priming the lid with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, and I use this so much and I can't believe I still have stuff in here. Like this thing has been going for a while. I did end up getting my hands on the BK Beauty Nikki LaRose brush set, so I'm going to try to be using some brushes out of that set today. And to do the concealer and my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using the N16 brush from that set. And I just love like the black shininess with the white lettering. Like I love the aesthetic. They are so nice. And of course, you know, BK Beauty brushes are my favorite anyway, but these, they're just so nice. So the first shade that I'm going to go into to put all over the lid is this shade right here. And it's called Full Moon. It is actually like a really, really light pale blue color. So I think this is going to be a great all over shade for the lid. Okay, so that eyeshadow is super soft. It's not overly powdery on the lid. I'm not getting much fallout, which is good. Alright, so we got a nice powdery base down. Now I'm going to use a little bit smaller fluffy brush, and we're going to go in with the shade Breezy right here. I'm going to take the BK Beauty 203 brush and dab into the shade Breezy. And this color looks so pretty. And I'm going to just get this in to the crease. And on this eye, I am going to move it up just a little bit. Hopefully doing that and make my eye look a little more open. Do the same thing on the other side. These shadows are really blending out nicely. I don't really feel like I'm doing a whole lot of work. They are powdery when you hit the pan, but I'm getting no fallout so far. It has been so long since I've done blue eyeshadow. I used to do, well, no, actually I think the last time I did blue eyeshadow was when we went and saw Frozen on Broadway, which was amazing. Now that we got those two light shades laying down, I want to take a more precise brush, and we're going to go in on one of these darker shades here. And I think I'm going to go in with the shade right here, and it's called Healer. I'm only going to focus this color on the very corners of the lid. Wow, yeah, that just lays down so nicely. Taking this brush and more of like dabbing it, and then just at the very top, just kind of dragging it over just a little bit to blend it in to partially way into that crease. So now that I got that little bit of darker blue on the outside of those eyelids, we are going to go in with one of these shimmers, and I really don't know which one I want to use. So you know what? We're going to swatch them. There's really only 2 shimmers in here that I think would look good with these other colors. Let's see. Okay, we're going to swatch the color Clouds. And wow, that is stunning. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at that. That is gorgeous. That is the shade Clouds. This is almost like a blue purple shift, and it's called Rainfall. Okay, yeah, it is very pretty, but it does lean more purple than it does blue. So I think we're going to go in on the lid with this shade Cloud right here. So up close, I kind of want to show you guys the shade. It is very powdery. You can see like how like the texture is like super powdery on this side right here. So I have a feeling that I'm going to have some fallout. Oh my. Wow. That color is beautiful. I mean, look at that. I did have a little bit of fallout over here, which is fine. That's why we do the eyeshadow before the foundation. The formula and feel of this feels very similar to the Natasha Denona eyeshadows, and really the mattes as well. And you guys know how much I love my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. So far I am super impressed with this palette. I don't remember how much it retail for. I will put it up here on the screen for you guys. I think you can still get it, don't quote me on that, but it would be worth checking out their website if this is your type of color story. That is so pretty. I'm going to clean this a little bit up around the eye right here. And I'm going to have to use a makeup wipe. I do love glitter on my eyes, but man, glitter gets everywhere. I'm not doing anything else on the eyes just yet, so we're going to jump into complexion. For primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and this is the one that has the 4% niacinamide serum in it. I do have the other version of this, and I love it as well. I've never used this one before. I assume this is probably the same exact formula as in the other one. I would say this one just has its added niacinamide to it, which is really nice. Yeah, it feels just like the original Power Grip. It is super tacky, which I prefer in a primer. I really like a nice tacky base. But I think I did get a little too much. So we're just... this is going to have to sit and dry for a minute. I will say that since I've been tanning this year, my freckles have been coming out like crazy. I had freckles when I was younger, but I never really like tanned that well. And usually I would never let my face burn. So that's also been a struggle trying to find foundations that look halfway decent on me, and so far I've not been able to find any tanner shades for me that don't lean orange. So if you are close to being like the same complexion as me, tan, let me know what foundations you all are using, because I need some help. So this is definitely super tacky, just like the regular Power Grip. We're going to be using the e.l.f. Satin, the new Satin foundation. And I was so excited to see that e.l.f. was coming out with a new actual foundation, because they've really only been doing like the CC creams here the last couple years. So it's been really nice to get a new drugstore foundation, especially from e.l.f. because y'all know e.l.f. be killing it in the drugstore game. I think for shades, I'm gonna go in with 14 Fair Cool. Now, I did order the e.l.f. bronzing drops, and I was really hoping that that was going to be here before I filmed this video today, and it's not. So if y'all want to see the e.l.f. bronzing drops and see how well they work, let me know if you all want to see it in a video, and I will be more than happy to try them. So this does come in their standard like plastic squeeze bottle, which is really nice to travel because it's not super heavy. And then I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush to apply the foundation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the back of my hand so I don't drop foundation on my shirt. So there is what Fair Cool looks like. I think this will work for my skin tone now. Of course, it's going to look a little bit lighter because I do have quite a bit of a tan right now. Oh yeah. So this is blending out really nicely. It says that this is a medium buildable coverage. Now, I have seen a lot of reviews on this, and a lot of people have said that like the foundation is good, but the lasting power just isn't there. Now, typically for me, I don't wear foundations for a super long period of time. I would say maybe 5 hours or so, just depending on the circumstance. As far as longevity, I'm probably not going to be able to review that for you guys. So, alright, so I think this color is actually looking pretty good. I definitely squeezed more on my hand than I needed because I've pretty much got my whole face covered and there's still about that much left. But it says medium buildable coverage, so we're gonna see like how well this builds. So far with the one coat that I have on it now, over here you can see my freckles still coming through here, and definitely on the top of my nose is where I got like the biggest freckles. So yeah, it's definitely not full coverage. I mean, it doesn't claim to be full coverage, but we're gonna see if I can build this up over here. And I'm going to take some more of that. And I will say a little bit of this goes a long way. And I'm actually just doing dabbing motions instead of wiping motions because you tend to get better coverage when you do that. And I've already noticed that this side over here, it has pretty good coverage. It blends nicely over itself, which that's good. And I'm just taking some of that extra that I had on my brush and just bringing it over to the other side because I don't really feel like I need to dab in with any more foundation. Alright, so there is the final look with all the foundation blended out, and I don't feel like I need any more than this. That just went on really nicely. It is definitely a medium coverage. If you are normal to dry skin, you all would like this foundation. It does make you look very healthy without making you look over oily. So far, I like it. It's got a very pretty finish. Stick to my nose pretty well. So far, so good. And after getting all that blended out, I still had a little bit left on my hand. So I already said it once, but a little does go the long way. Just barely had foundation on and my nose is already starting to run. I do not have a new concealer, so I'm just going to go in with the NYX Bear With Me. I'm going to use that same Nikki LaRose BK Beauty brush, and I'm going to put this on the back of the hand. And if you have not used this concealer, you just need the tiniest amount. She's thick. So we're going to let that sit there for just a little bit to kind of self-set. And then I'm going to go in and blend this out. And this is a little bit light, which will kind of brighten up the eyes a little bit. But of course, whenever this gets blended out with the rest of the complexion products, I think it'll be okay. I really do like this concealer a lot. I just always forget, like, it really does not take that much. Alright, now that I got that blended out, I'm going to grab a makeup sponge. This is just a pink AOA sponge from Amazon, but I kind of just buff this out a little bit with the sponge. This does dry a little bit quick too, and I think I did get too much underneath the eyes, but it definitely looks better. I do have a new setting powder. This is the KOSAS Cloud Set Bake Setting and Smoothing Powder, and I have heard such great things about this. This is in the shade AIRY. I don't think I've ever used a single item by KOSAS. So yeah, this is going to be a first. This packaging is so pretty. There is the packaging. It's like a really light lavender purple. That is so pretty. There is what that powder looks like. No scent. You guys, y'all know I sniff everything. I am not going to set my entire face with the powder because I don't think it really needs it, but I am going to set the under eye, and then I'm going to put a little around the nose since that's where I typically have the most breakage with the foundation. I'm going to dip into this powder with the N14 brush from BK Beauty. This was very powdery. And I'm going to set that under eye. This brush is also super soft. And I'm going to put it around the nose. And then right around these smile lines. I really do love this packaging a lot. But yeah, so far the complexion looks really pretty. I'm glad I don't look like super pale compared to the rest of my body. I'm going to be using the KVD Mod Con Liquid Gel Contour for the bronzer slash contour today. I saw Lindsay Munette use this, and she's like very fair complected, and typically like her recommendations for fair skin usually work for me, so I'm really looking forward to try this. There's what the packaging looks like. Of course, it's that beautiful black KVD packaging that they have always had. It is a little heavy. You do get 0.57 ounces in this, and I don't remember how much this retails for, but this is in the shade Fair Cool. It does have this big doe foot applicator. No smell. Well, it just kind of smells like makeup. So I've never used a product like this before. So what brush do I want to use? This is the buffing bronzer from Anissa Beauty. So we're going to try this. This is definitely more of a dense brush. And I'm going to start by putting just the smallest amount of this right here because I really don't know how this is going to blend out. And if it's going to lift up any of the other makeup. Alright, no. Okay, that blended out perfectly. I'm not going to dip into that product again. I'm just going to put these dots all the way down here. Yeah, and this blends out so nice. Yeah, this is definitely not super warm tone, which is nice. Like, that is actually really beautiful. Alright, so there is what that looks like on this side. I think that is so pretty. It almost looks like a very natural contour, and it gives just the nicest, like, healthy looking glow. So yeah, so far I'm really liking this. And I do think this Anisha brush was a really good call. And I did not stick the applicator back down to get more product because there was definitely still enough product on the doe foot. Now, when putting creams on top of creams, I really try not to do like rubbing motions, because sometimes the products can take off your product that is underneath. So I highly recommend doing stippling type motions. Pretty good. You shouldn't have to worry about the product coming off. Alright, so I think that looks gorgeous, and it only took one, you know, pull out of this to get the entire face, and I think it is beautiful. I really stepped out of my comfort zone when I started using cream products, because I really just, I was a powder girl, and I guess too some of that has to do with the fact that prior to being on Accutane, I was pretty oily, so anything that had a glow, luminous look to it, I just pretty much shied away from. This is beautiful, you guys. So if you are fair complected and looking for like a pretty cool toned bronzer, highly recommend this. I do have a new blush to use, and it is the Huda Beauty Liquid Blush Filter, and this is in the shade Cotton Candy. It says that they're lightweight, melt on skin, and has a soft focus finish. This packaging is super cute, and I assume, yes, so it does have like a small doe foot applicator on it, almost like a lip gloss. Ooh, okay, this does have a slight scent to it. It almost smells like gummy bears or something fruity. Yeah, I like that. The brush that I'm going to use for this, it is the brush that I always use for cream products like this, is the Real Techniques 449 brush. This brush is so good for liquid blushes. Yeah, I can't get over the smell. It smells so good. We're just going to go put a couple of drops up here. Whoa, okay. Wow. Okay, that had way more pigment than I expected with just the little bit that I put on the face. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that. Let me see if I can take some of this and get some of that over here. The shade is really pretty, but I definitely got a little too much. It'll be alright though. I'm not going to dip back into the product, and I'm going to put just another dot over here if I get my hair off my face. And yes, I'm aware that I have two different earrings in, long story. But I'm just going to put 2 dots, like that's all that I put over there. And I'm going to blend that out just to kind of make the side look the same as the other one. wow, that little bit that I had on there really went a long way. So definitely be cautious of that. It did blend out really pretty. It does have just a very, very slight glow to it. My face does feel pretty tacky right now, so you can definitely tell that I have cream products on. I'm gonna take that sponge again and on this clean side and kind of just buff those edges out a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that definitely helped. Now we're going to go back and finish the eyes. So I'm going to dip back into this palette and we are going to work on this lower eyelid. Now I think I want to do the same color that I did on the edges here. Actually, you know what? No. We are going to go in with that dark blue here called Thaw. And I'm going to take this little liner brush right here. And I'm going to stamp that right underneath that lid, about a third of the way in. And yeah, that is a very dark blue. That is very pretty. And I don't think I really need to dip back into it again. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other eye. And I'm going to go on this other side of this brush. And I'm going to kind of smoke that out a little bit. I'm going to grab another small brush and I'm going to take that same color Thaw and I'm going to add some of that right on the edge of the upper eyelid just to kind of blend that top and bottom with one another. And if you can get you a little dense pencil brush like this, all you really need to do is like dip into the color and kind of stamp that into your eyelid. And it just really blends those blues together. Like this eye look is turning out to be really pretty. And I think I was planning on doing a baby blue eyeliner in the waterline, but I think I'm going to do a white instead. I'm going to take this little brush and kind of like wipe some of that extra blue off that and use that to kind of smoke that bottom just a little bit more. Alright. We are looking good, y'all. I really wish I would have got the ColourPop BFF mascara in blue because that would have been perfect for this eye look. If you are going to be using a white eyeliner, you want to make sure that there's no excess eyeshadow on that waterline, or the white is not going to go on and look white. So a little trick that I like to do is I take a Q-tip and I always leave just a little bit of makeup remover up here on my vanity, and I just made a mess. But I'm going to take that Q-tip and make sure that all of the makeup is off of that waterline, and it comes off super easy. But you really couldn't tell, but yeah, that's the eyeshadow that was actually on the waterline. Before I do that, I am going to actually go in with that shimmer because there is a little spot over here that almost looks like the shimmer didn't stick to, so I'm going to go back in with that cloud shade and kind of fix that spot there. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more on that other eyelid. This color is absolutely beautiful. Like, it really reminds me of a mermaid. I I love it. I cannot wait to use this palette again because the pinks in here, they look stunning. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I love these so much. This is in the shade, it's called Milk. It's just a pure white eyeliner. Before I use a eyeliner, I always go on my back of my hand just to kind of warm up the end a little bit so it goes on smoother. I think these NYX sticks are just very underrated. Look how pretty it just, that white just makes the eyes pop. I do have a new mascara, but I'm actually going to try to curl my eyelashes a little bit. They have gotten long enough for me to curl them. They still got a long way to go, but they're getting there. This is the new Maybelline Firework mascara. This is part of their Last Sensational line, and you know, the Maybelline Last Sensational has been my favorite mascara for a very long time. So if they come out with anything in this line, I'm always going to buy it. Which I think they have a blue in the Sky High mascara that they just came out with. This mascara is okay. I just got mascara all over my eyelid. I think the Sky High is better than this one, to be honest with you. I don't know if this formula is just too wet, but I definitely feel like it looks better if you layer it. So usually I'll let these dry a little bit and then I'll go in with the second layer. This is in the shade Blackest Black, by the way. I'm going to go in with that second coat. Alright, now once that dries, I'm going to go in and I'm going to clean that little bit of the mascara that I got on my eyelid up. And a little trick is if you wait until that mascara dries, I leave a spoolie that looks like this, or if you have an end of like a brush like this, just whatever spoolie you got laying around. And once that's dry, you just go through and you just scrape those pieces off. And they come right off without taking off any of your makeup. Alright, I'm going to do the same trick with the Q-tip to also kind of clean off my eyebrows a little bit, because I did get some foundation on my eyebrow. Now I'm not doing anything to my eyebrows. I really only do this to get that makeup off there so they don't look as ashy. Before we set the face, I do want to add an inner corner highlight to this. And I just grabbed the L'Oreal eyeshadow stick, and this is in the shade Ice Sparkle. I got this off Amazon. I want to say it was like $5 or $6. There is what she looks like. I don't know how well you are going to be able to see that, but I kind of wanted to use this for my inner corner highlight. So if this don't work, I have a backup to use. Well, this isn't giving me there is a little bit of sparkle there, but because I'm going to be extra, I just bought the Rare Beauty highlighter, and this is in the shade Enlighten, and we're going to try this on top of that to see if we can get a little more beam and highlight in that corner. And I don't really wear highlighter much. I really only bought this for the inner corner, but with the undertone that it is, I'm going to swatch it for you guys. If you're fair complected, it is a really pretty highlight shade. Very, very pretty. I'm going to go right over that sparkle shade that I just put down. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I was wanting. That is so pretty. I also feel like this highlighter would be really pretty on the eyelid, just like if you're going to do like quick errands. I think this would be great for something like that, for just a quick and easy eye look. Now we are gonna set the face. I am so excited about this product because let's just get to it. So I've picked up the Urban Decay All Nighter, and this is their long-lasting makeup spray, but this is the hyaluronic acid and watermelon extract version. Now, I loved the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I mean, that's like, she's just a timeless spray. However, I don't know if I just got a bad batch or something, but my All Nighter always smelled like mildew. And I don't know why that was, because it smelled like that new right out of the package. So when I saw that they were coming out with the watermelon, I was like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to get her. And okay, I can smell it. Oh, like right off the bat. Wow. If y'all like a watermelon scent, this is it. Okay, yeah, that smells so good. Yes, y'all, that is so nice. So nice. Now I'm gonna go in with the sponge on this clean side here, and I'm just gonna kind of dab in that setting spray a little bit, just to help lock in everything. This complexion is so pretty. Alright, last but not least, we are going to go into the lips. Now, I am going to wipe off that Physicians Formula gloss that I had on there. It looks like there still is glitter coming off of it. So my lips still feel kind of sticky. I have 2 new lip products here to use, and I actually bought 3, but I think for today's video, we're just going to stick with the 2. I ended up getting the Rare Beauty Kind Words Matte Lip Liner and Matte Lipstick. I ended up getting the shade Worthy in both of them, and these are, they are waterproof. Sorry. I don't know what it is, but I can never get one of these things open without ripping the box. Ooh, okay, this packaging. I really didn't know what this packaging was going to look like. So, yeah, there is the lipstick. There's the lip liner. Ooh, okay, this might be a little too warm, orangey brown on me. Lipstick doesn't have any scent to it. And there is the lipstick. Yeah, I think this is going to be a little too brown on me, but we're going to try it. So for this packaging, to get it out, you push it in, and then it comes out. When you go to put it back in, see how it moves like this? Nifty. So So we're going to go in with the lip liner. I am going to overline my lips just a little bit. Now, every time I put lip liner on, my neck always wants to cramp up, so I have to grab a handheld mirror. And I don't know what it is about the position that makes my neck want to cramp, but it's really hard to do it any other way. This lipstick I think is going to be way too brown. It's not super creamy. It kind of goes on like midway between a stick and a cream. So that might be good because it might stay a little bit longer. It is a twist, so you don't have to sharpen it. Don't know how well it is coming over the camera, but it is definitely more almost like an orangey brown tone. I will definitely be returning this. It doesn't look awful. It's just not really a shade that I would typically wear. I like more cool tone nudes. That is it for today's look. So what do you guys think? Overall, I think the complexion is pretty. I think it's the mix of the foundation and the primer needed to have some powder to it, because if you touch my skin, you can definitely feel like there's stuff there, and I do feel like if I was to hug somebody that they would get a nice big makeup-y face print on their shirt. So there is that, and I did use a lot of cream products today, so that could be the issue. Maybe setting the face down with a matte powder might help a little bit more, but yeah, overall very happy with the foundation. I'm definitely going to continue to use it. The contour and the blush, I love both of them, especially this contour. I think is beautiful for fair skin, for a nice cool bronzer, which is so hard to find. Let's see. Powder, I really don't have any thoughts right now. I'm going to have to keep testing it. Now I will say the setting spray, super excited to have this in my collection. I'm so glad that Urban Decay came out with another version of the all-nighter, because it really is just the ride or die setting spray that everybody loves. And the lip products, the lipstick itself feels really nice. This does say that this is a matte lipstick, but right now it doesn't feel like it's drying out my lips a whole lot, which is one reason why I typically don't wear matte lipsticks. I tend to lean towards a more satin finish lipstick. But yeah, I do think this is very nice. I probably am going to return these for different shades because they are a little warm for me. We had some really great items today, and I really hope you all liked this video and it was helpful. It's glad to be back. No, I'm glad to be back. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to all of the new subscribers. I feel like I all of a sudden just got a lot of subscribers here recently, like one after another. So I don't know if my videos are actually finally starting to get out there in the world of YouTube, but I appreciate every single one of you all being here, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.